Hey, Virgo, Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring in your March 2025 love and family reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, what is going on for you this month? This is random and it's not even showing up in the cards, but I am getting this intuitively. Some of you, there is someone that's thinking about you that you may have left behind. All right, I am getting that for someone. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, this is someone that you stop putting energy towards. I feel like they are thinking about you, but I feel like you've moved on from that energy here. Yeah, King of Wands. You've moved on. Let's see, are they showing up? Why is that coming in here? Now you do have the blowing kisses card, and this is about unconditional love. I feel like that's why you moved on here, because it feels like there wasn't an even exchange. There wasn't a sense of affection being returned in some way. This is reciprocity coming in here, unconditional love. You may have taken some time to focus on healing your own heart. And I feel like it was difficult for some of you to move on when maybe love still lingered in some way. For others of you, you're like, Mel, it's over, right? Something is over here. And yeah, Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, but there's been some sort of resistance. And maybe that resistance is because the other individual keeps tugging on your energy, keeps calling you in some way. For those of you that are in a relationship at this time, I feel like this could be someone's ex, or it could even be a family member or something that has interfered with the relationship dynamic. It does feel like there's an influence here externally in some way. Now you do have the not enough card as one of the key themes for you, Virgo. So it feels at times like there's been sabotage, either self-sabotage on your end or on their end, or maybe both of you. But I feel like you are releasing that. You're letting it go. You've been working hard on yourself. And I do see a lot of abundance coming in here. I mean, you have the abundant card as your future energy. And yes, there are dollars. There's money on this card, so you may be focusing on your finances, your money. Some of you, this could be a workplace romance, or maybe someone at work has their eye on you. But this talks about blessings, Virgo, gratitude, bliss, and really manifesting here what you deserve. You're not going to settle for less than you deserve. You've already been bonded or tethered to a situation, I feel, in the past that didn't work out in a favorable way. And what you have here is, it's kind of like you're blowing a kiss. If you've ever watched one of those movies where, you know, the girl or maybe the guy lights the match and the match kind of blows up the past and she walks away doing the, you know, the confident walk. I feel like that's what you're doing here, is you're kind of taking a match to the past in some way, and you're leaving it behind, and you're the phoenix. Maybe that's the representation here of that fire energy. Maybe there has been a death and rebirth, because you have soulmates at the bottom of the deck, and you do have the wedding rings as well. So for some of you, you're either exiting out of maybe a marriage or a high level commitment, or you are exiting out of, and I don't even want to say exiting because I don't even have any exit cards. Actually, we do, Six of Swords, but I feel like you are evaluating what type of commitment you want, what type of relationships you want, not just in matters of romance, but within family dynamics and family functions as well, because something is dysfunctional. Even though you have very good cards here, I'm just getting the energy of some sort of either dysfunction or negative thinking. And because, oh, there's an exiting card, Ten of Swords, but there's been a resistance, or there's been like a pause when it comes to closure or completing up a cycle. And you have the Hierophant right behind it. So a lot of you, this has to do with a soulmate, or it has to do with, you know, do I commit? Do I continue fighting and putting in the energy, or do I let go and fully embrace, you know, a future soulmate here? So let's dive in. Virgo, you have the Eight of Pence in reverse as your first card out here. So some of you, this is about timing, time management, or someone, maybe the timing was off in a way where someone was married or another person was focused on their career. It feels like timing wasn't on someone's favor here or in someone's favor. But also this can mean I'm done putting in the energy. I'm done putting in the effort here because it feels like there's nothing in return. Like I'm not getting that reciprocity that's showing up here on the kiss card. And this is about nurturing others. It almost feels for some of you Virgos, perhaps you were trying to love someone so much where you thought your love could heal them. Or perhaps some of you, you felt like you had to stay. It almost feels like it was an addiction or even like a drug, because I see the cupcakes and I see the bottle there, and it feels like this person has gone through something and this other gentleman is trying to nurture him here. And it feels like you don't want to do that. You don't want to get sucked into someone else's drama, or you don't want to feel like you are taking on their stuff, because some of you may have felt like you lost yourself in the process here in the past, and someone's addictions may have taken over. Someone may even suffer from mental health issues or depression. That is showing up here as well. And this is also about feeling uninspired, like you're not inspired to take action here. If you are currently in a relationship, it just feels like I'm just going to sit in this, right? I'm not going to put energy into it, but I'm going to sit in it. And I feel like that's self-sabotage in a way, because you deserve happiness. Now, of course, this is up to you. For those of you that may be sitting in a situation, not doing anything with it, hoping for change, or just saying, well, this is the bed I've made. Now I got to lie in it. I feel like that is an old belief or a conditioned response that limits you. And if you're happy, by all means, continue making those choices that are going to leave you feeling happy. But for some of you, the Nine of Wands is crossing your path, and the Nine of Wands is, obstacles, persevering. It is about you doing what you need to do to overcome those external hurdles that may be showing up here. When this shows up as crossing your path, I feel like you've been wounded, Virgo. You've been wounded, you've been frustrated, you felt like you maybe had a breakdown at times. Some of you maybe yelled at your children. You see in the background, there's a mom that's frustrated, there's a child that's frustrated. Perhaps there's even been drama around a child that has interfered with a relationship for some of you, and it's put a little bit of a wedge. Yeah, someone's behavior maybe put a wedge between this couple from working on their relationship. It almost feels like it's caused a separation here. Now, below you, this is the disowned parts of oneself. This is the past. This is what to be maybe aware of. It could be a challenge. You have the King of Wands showing up. I mean, the King of Wands, when he is in his full glory, he is charming. He is handsome. He is an influencer. He's spontaneous and adventurous. And a lot of people enjoy being around his energy because he's the life of the party. Now, when he's in reverse, he can have an ego complex. He can be very dominant. He can feel like his don't stink, basically. And I feel like there's a challenge around dealing with someone that has some of the lower traits or the negative traits of the King of Wands. And that may be someone of your past. For some of you, this is someone who was very dominant or just inflexible or non-committal even, because this person might like to go out and have a good time. And it feels like it doesn't align with someone's beliefs here. Now, in the recent past, what do you need to release? You have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So this showing up as what to release has to do with communication or travel even, or allowing something to, literally, you're letting go of someone's hand. There it is. You see in the Eight of Wands, she's holding on to a hand, but the person isn't in the picture. It's just her. And she is wearing this beautiful sunflower dress. And what do sunflowers do? They lean towards the sun. She's like, come with me. We can have this beautiful future ahead. We can live in the sunshine, right? We can drink in the sea. Ralph Waldo Emerson, right? Whatever that quote is that he says. But I feel like you're very optimistic here, but it feels like you had to release someone because they may have been holding you back, or it may have been that, they didn't want to go with you traveling or doing something spontaneous here. And it feels like this energy has held you back in some way. And I feel like you're letting go. Now I'm getting the whole Jack and Rose Titanic scene, right? Where in order for her to kind of survive in a sense, she lets him go and he stays in the water. I know there's a whole contradiction around that part, but it feels like you are being guided to let something go here in order for you to move on and live your best possible life. Head towards the sun. And I feel like you're releasing that hand, whomever that may be. Maybe this is releasing them to make their own choices. Perhaps this is a child that is going off and living their life. Perhaps this is you letting go of the image of what you thought something was going to turn out to be. I mean, this could be an actual relationship, but it feels like you are meant for more. And that's what I'm getting with the not enough card here, Virgo. Have the confidence to not sabotage your own future if someone is holding you back or something is holding you back here. Because what do you have in the future? The abundance card. Now, what's above you? What is it that's easy to admire about you? And this is the potential. There's the reciprocity. There is the giving and receiving. There's the kisses, right? The blowing a kiss. I am getting like a Hershey's kiss as well. So maybe some of you are like, maybe you're eating a Hershey kiss as you're listening to this, or maybe there's chocolates coming your way, or perhaps, there could be a physical kiss that's coming in here for you. But this is about gifts and exchanging energies. There could even be a gift coming your way, Virgo, in the near future. I also see a lot more love showing up for you in all different forms. Friendships, strangers, family and partnerships of all kinds. So when the Six of Pentacles rolls up, I'm getting rolls up in the Rolls Royce. Okay, interesting. Maybe someone has a fancy car or like a nice, like maybe a sporty car here. Someone may be in a band. They may love to go listen to live music. That's something showing up here. Maybe camping or glamping. And I'm also getting like traveling on wheels. So maybe this is someone that has an RV, or someone is going to go traveling here. There could be an exchange of energy. You could meet new people. You may meet someone if you're looking for love. All right, let's move into the near future. You do have the Ace of Cups. So we have a gift here. Now, even though the Ace of Cups is in reverse, it's still a cup being offered to you, and it's what you do with it. All aces are gifts, and this is the gift of love. This can be a new love connection. This can be a soul-quenching renewal. It can be emotional fulfillment. But why is this in reverse here? Because this is an emphasis or focus on self-love. This is about you filling your own cup first here, Virgo, and balancing out your emotional state at this time. Like you drinking from the cup of of love. Yeah, because some of you felt the lack of confidence here, or you felt fearful or even frustrated. I see that you are addressing that in the near future, and you are saying, I know that I deserve more here. I know that it's important for me to let go of whatever it is that is holding me back from living my best possible life. So drinking from the fountain, excuse me, drinking from the fountain of love. All right. In your energy, we have the Six of Swords. Now, Six of Swords is in reverse, which means sometimes we turn back around. Sometimes the tides push us back, right? And it feels like you got sucked into some sort of current. Okay, with the Six of Swords, like you had your mindset. You're like, I'm moving forward. This is good. I'm moving towards calmer waters. I'm taking my heart with me and I'm mentally stable. And then the current kind of creeps in, and before you know it, you're spiraling back into maybe that Five of Swords. And I feel like there's an important message here with this Six. Don't cling to old ways. Don't cling to old patterns. And even if sometimes that current sucks you in, keep paddling. Keep paddling, because you are heading towards calmer waters. The shore is closer than you think. You're not captive at sea. And that may be how it feels at times. So when it comes to other people here, I feel like it's worth investing in yourself, of course, first. I mean, that's a given. But it's also worth investing in relationships that fill our cup, right? We bring reciprocity here. If you are investing your heart and your time and your energy into someone or something that drains you, I feel like you are worth more. You are meant for more. And for those of you that may be standing in a situation here that you're like, well, this is how it is, right? Then that may be also based on some sort of feeling of entrapment, even codependency, or even self-sabotage. Because I feel like you are meant for a new spiritual journey here. This is the card of trust, hope, and healing. This is a new journey ahead for you, Virgo. So whatever it is that you are needing to not look back on, right? Don't look back. You're not going that way. You have two cards here that remind you, she's looking ahead. She's not looking back, both in the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords. So I feel like there's a focus here. Like, don't look back. Keep moving forward. Keep paddling. Now, in your environment, you have the Three of Cups in reverse. Be mindful of overindulging, especially in foods, substances, drugs, external stimulation. That could be you or someone that you're dealing with, but it's also about feeling at times left out. The Three of Cups, you see that there's three women having the time of their life, but it almost feels like it's not genuine happiness. It feels like it's a sense of fake happiness or drugged happiness in a way, like something is taken over, okay? Like robot mode. I'm just doing this because this is what I've done for 20 years and this is how it's going to be. I mean, if that's what you keep telling yourself, then yeah, I mean, that's the direction you're going. And if that's okay with you, then that's fine. But if you want something more, if you want more emotional connectivity, if you want more love, more abundance, you're filling your own cup here. You're making choices that have to do with, that positive mindset, the blessings that you have in front of you, but also making room for blessings to enter your life. And the Three of Cups says some of you may have even gone through a third party energy, like a bit of a love triangle here. And it doesn't have to be another woman or another man. It could certainly be someone chose work, someone chose alcohol, someone chose being on their phone, someone chose, something other than the relationship, and that has interfered. Okay, and we talked about that earlier. So what's the hope here? What is the hope and the fear? The Knight of Wands. The hope here is enthusiasm and fun and courage and spontaneity here. The hope is that you can take a bold action towards whatever it is that you are curious about. And some of you, this is travel. And if you are in a relationship and you're like, Mel, we're not getting divorced, but I'm not happy. What can you do to bring happiness to yourself? Is this solo travel instead of dragging him along, but you don't want to go? Perhaps this is you going on a solo trip, going on a trip with your girlfriends, or if you're a gentleman, going and doing something with the guys. I feel like this is important here for you to have a sense of independence and not live your life because someone doesn't want to join you in certain activities. And for those of you that are single, I feel like it's time for you to open yourself up, enjoy some of those things. doing some of those things on your own. Maybe you love to go kayaking. I go paddleboarding and kayaking 3 to 4 times a week in the summer, and I love to do it by myself. I'll bring people out there as well, but there's something very beautiful about taking solo trips or going and doing things on your own as well. And I feel like that is what you are guided to do regardless of relationship status. Now, the Knight of Wands is also maybe a fear that you'll never feel that level or that type of love again. That could be why some of you may be holding on, or maybe there's a belief here, like I have to stay in this. I've never felt this way before. What if I leave and I'll never have anything better? I mean, that limited thinking can keep us stuck. And I feel like the Knight of Wands is saying here, success lies within perseverance and dedication. And wherever you apply your energies, whatever you persevere, like I said, keep paddling forward, whatever that may look like for you. Because the Knight of Wands, he is passionate. He is fast moving. He takes action. He's on the move. So for some of you, I feel like it's time to live your life. It's time to rejoin life in some way. Because what we have here in your outcome is the ultimate blessing. And you have abundance showing up as your key theme. Some of you could be moving for work. But I do see the 10 of Cups here. And yes, right now it's in the sideways position, but this is the ultimate blessing. It is happiness and bliss and family and community and togetherness. It can be about marriage. It can be about family vacations and traveling. It's the happily ever after card. And of course, it doesn't mean that every single day of your life is going to be happy and full of rainbows and unicorns, but it means that no matter what challenges come in, you can approach them with compassion, or you can approach them with a sense of humility here and a positive mindset. I feel like blessings are raining upon you. So for those of you that have wanted to come together in family, I feel like you have the opportunity to strengthen relationships within that dynamic. And for some of them, there's an acceptance. Like you have to accept that someone is not going to change. You have to accept whether that means moving on, letting that person live the life that they've chosen, and not letting that hold you back from living the best possible life that you can for yourself and for your family or your future family here, Virgo. The 10th month could be significant here, which is October. Some of you, October is going to be a big month. And I'm also getting something happening fairly quickly. It almost feels like within the next month, so March into April, but then it feels like you really hit that blessing full peak by October of 2025, whatever that may be for you. Maybe there's a marriage coming in between now and then. For those of you, you could be meeting the love of your life, somebody that you do settle down with. And for others of you, you could be making some big choices that have to do with, living your best life, whether that's honoring yourself or the other person by walking away, or making some choices to really come together in union. All right, Virgo, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have for Virgo, please? Orphaned. We have the Orphan card, and this brings you back to your not enough roots. So for some of you, that may be the fear, abandonment, rejection, being left out in the cold. For some of you, it feels like there has been a bit of a third party, or perhaps you have felt admonished or alienated from your own family in some way. This is a sense of loss, an identity crisis. Recognizing that you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. As you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you are drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of personal growth. Perhaps you are in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out. Unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. And I have major goosebumps here because sometimes this can be compromising our integrity, right? Staying in a situation here, because it feels like it's a sense of belonging, but really it's not. It's causing misery, right? And misery loves company. Excuse me. It's not going to be worth the price. And maybe that's where you're at here. And you're saying, what do I need to do over the coming months for me to fully embrace, my best life? Now, the shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. That's a powerful card. And right away, a lot of you may be getting full-on body goosebumps, maybe even some tears here, but it feels like this is the part of yourself that you're embracing, you're giving a big hug to, and you're saying, I love you, shadow, right? I love you for needing to protect the light aspects, right? Because that's what the shadow does sometimes. It tries to protect us. It's our defense mechanisms. It's our fight or flight. It can be the pain that lingers that we hold on and we build up walls because we don't want to experience pain again. But what does that do? It creates a barrier for love to come in or to go out. And I feel like you're addressing that issue here. So this is a big month for you. Big month. All right, Virgo, let's get a few crystals for you. Let's do a guided meditation. So at this time, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale through the nose. Hold it as long as you can and release through the mouth with a nice deep sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now you may know the name of the crystal in your mind's eye. Perhaps it's familiar or maybe unfamiliar. It could hold a specific shape, size, or color. Maybe hues of blue, pink, orange, or yellow. Your crystal could be heart-shaped, palm-sized, clustered, or even tumbled. And if you need a moment, Virgo, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals in the comment section below and I will enter you into the giveaway. So please be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification on the first of each month. All right. And whether it's the name of the crystal, it could be the shape, the size, the color, whatever was showing up in your mind's eye. All right. Some of you are born on the 21st, the 22nd, the 31st, or the 26th. We have beautiful emerald green. Some of you seen emerald green here, or you've seen a lot of green. So this is the color of the heart chakra. So emerald reminds you that you are so very worthy and you deserve an abundant life here. So emerald green. And now I'm hearing Dolly Parton's song, Jolene. All right. It talks about her emerald green eyes, I believe. So for some of you, maybe you're Dolly fans, or maybe you hear that song, Jolene, or maybe the lyrics in that song represent your life in some way. Take that as it resonates. Now we have Demorterite, card 21. It's this beautiful purplish blue Demorterite, but it's also card 21, which is the World card. This is the end of a major journey in a sense where there is a new beginning coming in. And I feel like this is internal. Demorterite is a very powerful conduit for the throat chakra and the third eye. You may be seeing things from a different perspective, and this could change your world, your outer world, in a very big way. You have Lemurian quartz. Lemurian quartz. I love Lemuria in itself. It's very, very beautiful, soft energy, but full of magic, full of inspiration. It's this soft rose gold color here. And quartz is an amplifier. Quartz is about, abundance and growth, maturity even. And again, another connector to the heart. And then lastly, we have hematite here. And this is a very grounding energy. It's also brings in protection, strength, and power. So those of you that feel a little bit scattered, and for those of you that do feel orphaned, I mean, look at the tower that she's on. It almost looks like hematite here. So for those of you that are feeling a bit, disconnected or maybe too much in the head at times, really work with hematite's energy here. Okay, so that's what I have for your crystals. Let's get one final message for you, Virgo. I'm getting Leo energy here as well. Some of you could have Leo in your chart. Okay, Spirit saying 2 from this deck. Okay, we're going to pull 2. Maybe some of you are leaving behind a Leo. Maybe that's the 8 of Wands energy here. Do you surround yourself with people who uplift you or lift you up? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Today's soul action. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? Beautiful. So yeah, some people, I mean, you can be in a crowd of people and still feel like the loneliest individual, right? You can have a full family of people and feel very segregated, very left out. But you can also be around a group of strangers and have never felt more connected. So it's very important to find your tribe. And I feel like that's what 2025 is about for you. I know this is a March reading, but Virgo, I feel like maybe it's you in the South Node for the next, year and a half. I feel like this is your year to really surround yourself with the type of energies, the type of, people that you wish to become, that you wish to manifest in your life here. I'm also seeing some of you maybe even writing down a list of traits or qualities or things that you would like to attract within a partner. For those of you that may be single, maybe you've already done that as well. It's interesting. For those of you that have created a list of some sort, I want you to go down that list and look at the third thing. There's something about the third thing on that list. Put it in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. For those of you who've ever made a list here of influential people or things that you would like to attract in another person. Beautiful. And then lastly, we have, how can I deepen my trust right now? It says, trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others, because trust creates safety. And when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Today is soul action. Let go and trust. Find your center in the chaos and be certain with yourself so you can deepen your trust in others. Yeah, this is powerful here. So I do feel like trust, trusting in oneself is pivotal, especially if you've gone through situations where there has been abuse in some way, or domestic violence, or sabotaging behaviors, or traumas, and you were meant to feel like you weren't enough, right? But you are enough. You have what it takes to surround yourself with loving, functional relationships here. You have what it takes to build this soul tribe, whether by blood or not blood, right? This is the ultimate blessing. And I feel like this is where you are headed here, but it does require a level of trust within oneself. That is what I have for you, Virgo. If the reading resonates, please hit that thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and do drop your crystals in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.